Mughal ruler Akbar always looked opportunities to use Indians against Indians in the battle to create further divisions between them, while most kingdoms surrendered to his supremacy and became vassal rulers. But Maharana Pratap neither recognized Mughal supremacy nor agreed for any meetings or alliances. Hence, Akbar decided to use Rajputs against Rajputs. So he decided to send his chief general Man Singh as his emissary to Mewar. He wanted Rana Pratap to acknowledge him as the emperor and be his vassal just like Man Singh. Maharana Pratap did not pay heed to any of the logics and schemes put forward by Man Singh. The mission failed. Then something happened which brought war to the gates of Mewar even earlier than predicted. So what exactly had happened then that led to the battle of Haldighati, and which are those four epic moments that took place in the Haldighati battlefield? Let's have a look one by one. During his stay in Mewar, Man Singh was invited to a royal dinner. Maharana Pratap refused to join him on the pretext that kings dine only with kings and Man Singh was just a crown prince, and that too of a vassal state of the Mughals. So Pratap sent his son Amar Singh for the dinner. Man Singh considered this to be an insult and left. He started advising Akbar to attack and depose Maharana and capture Mewar. Akbar was already looking for a moment like this. He quickly ordered an attack on Maharana Pratap. Akbar himself did not lead the army. He entrusted the task to Sayyid Hashim of Barha along with his brothers and Man Singh. It was the year 1576. In the Mughal army, Man Singh himself was a commander ranking 5,000 horses and other ancillaries. Sayyid Hashim was another commander matching Man Singh in stature. Mughal army were also supplemented by the Kachwaha forces. Rao Lunkaran of Sambar brought his Rajputs to the Mughal fold too. Ghazi Khan of Central Asian provinces joined Akbar, but the Mewari forces were heavily outnumbered compared to Mughals. Mewar army was commanded by Maharana Pratap himself along with Lieutenant Ramdas Rathore, commanders Ramshah Tanwar of Gwalior, his sons Shaliwahan, Hakim Kansur, Bahama Shah and his brother Tara Chand, Bhim Singh of Dodia, the Bhil commander Jalaman, to name a few. Maharana Pratap organized his army with himself commanding at the center. Soon a river of blood started to flow. Ultimately, the battle of Haldighati was a stalemate. Here are four memorable events from the battle of Haldighati pertaining to Maharana Pratap. Number 1. Rana Pratap vertically cutting Bahlol Khan into two. This scene from the Battle of Haldighati is depicted in many ancient artworks and has been made immortal by poets. This scene is a description from the Battle of Haldighati, where Maharana Pratap is seen vertically cutting Mughal commander Bahlol Khan into two pieces along with his helmet, armor and even his horse. Actually, the advance reserve and vanguard of Mughals had been already pressed into service. Vanguard of Mewar under Ramdas Rathore, Hakim Kansur and Bhim Singh clashed head-on into the rushing Mughals. After decimating the Mughal left flank, Ramshah Tanwar wheeled to his left to join Pratap in the center. The Mughal van managed to attack Rana Pratap with Bahlol Khan leading the charge. Pratap himself came forward to counter him. What happened next froze the blood in the veins of onlookers. Before Bahlol Khan could even complete his blow, Pratap, seated on his favorite horse Chetak, delivered a sword blow on the helmet of Bahlol Khan. The blow was struck with such ferocity and precision that Bahlol Khan was vertically cut into two pieces along with his helmet, armor and even his horse. This martial art technique is an ancient art passed down from Mahadev, Kali and Sanatan deities, the art now known as Sanatana Shastra Vidya. Mughal army was petrified and their charge withered. Pratap found the right opportunity to move to the Mughal center after this. Number 2. Rana Pratap attacking Mughal commander Man Singh. After the Mewari king cut Bahlol Khan into two pieces, the Mughal army was petrified and their charge withered. Maharana Pratap found this as the right opportunity to move to the Mughal center. Bhim Singh of Dodia was ahead of him, already cleaving his way into the center of Mughals. Bhim Singh reached there first and charged Man Singh, who was seated on an elephant. In the ensuing tussle, Bhim Singh was killed. Sensing the trouble, the rear guard led by Mehtar Khan came to the fore to aid Man Singh. Meanwhile, Maharana Pratap had reached the scene. Seeing the Man Singh, Pratap attacked him. Chetak was a fearless steed and planted its front legs on the trunk of the elephant. He threw his spear at Man Singh. The Mahavat of Man Singh came in between and was pierced. The force of the blow broke even the howdah of the elephant. Man Singh was saved due to the sacrifice by his Mahavat. This incident rattled him, but his dwindling forces were bolstered by the arrival of Mehtar Khan, whose soldiers now surrounded Pratap. Number 3. Chetak saves Maharana Pratap. Chetak was already wounded by a sword cut on hind leg, which was caused by the sword tied to the trunk of Man Singh's elephant. Maharana Pratap was also wounded by now by a musket shot as well as a spear and a sword cut. Ramsha Tanwar tried to come to aid of Maharana. While trying to reach there, he was killed by Jagannatha Kachwaha on his way. Meanwhile, sensing his Maharana in danger, Jala Man raced to his help, and reaching there, he quickly snatched the royal banner from Pratap, which confused the Mughals. They thought of Jala to be Pratap and fell upon him. Jala attained his martyrdom fighting. Meanwhile, Pratap retreated from the battlefield. Pretty quickly, Mughals realized their fault and pursued Maharana Pratap. Chetak was wounded badly but still took his master to safety. Pratap reached a rivulet which was quite wide for a horse to jump. Still, Chetak jumped and crossed it but died soon after. There is a cenotaph erected in the memory of this most famous horse of Indian history at that spot. Number 4. Maharana Pratap's elephant Ram Prasad in Akbar's custody. The battle of Haldi Ghati between Maharana Pratap of Mewar and Akbar's Mughal forces introduces us to two extraordinary loyal animals, Chetak, a horse, and Ram Prasad, an elephant. Chetak is a name synonymous to Maharana Pratap, but not many of us know about Ram Prasad. While a badly wounded Chetak carried his master Pratap to a safe place away from the battlefield of Haldi Ghati and attained martyrdom, Ram Prasad was caught by the Mughals. It was not easy to subdue the battle-hardened Ram Prasad in the Haldi Ghati battlefield that had facilitated wound and death of many Mughal soldiers and elephants. A Chakravyuha of several Mautas with their elephants led to capture of Ram Prasad and was taken to Akbar. Akbar was so awestruck after listening to Ram Prasad's feat in battlefield that he wanted to own him. He changed Ram Prasad's name to Pir Prasad. He ordered that special care should be given to Pir Prasad. The Mughals gave juicy sugar canes and special food to the elephant, but he was so loyal to Maharana Pratap that from the day he was caught, he did not eat anything, not even water. Ram Prasad died of hunger after 18 days. Seeing the loyalty of Ram Prasad, Akbar had said that when he could not overpower even an animal loyal to Rana Pratap, it was impossible to overpower Rana Pratap. Friends, Maharana Pratap was one of the bravest Rajput warriors who never recognized Mughal supremacy and never agreed for alliances to be a vassal ruler. After the Battle of Haldighati, he regained major parts of Mewari territory from the Mughals. So friends, this is all about the mesmerizing facts of Haldighati battle. See you all in another fascinating episode of Indian history. Till then, take care. Jai Hind. Vande Mataram.